Mario Maker is Nintendo's new game about making your own Mario levels. I'll admit, when it was first announced, I thought it sounded pretty darn boring, and almost everyone I saw at the booth decided to try and make something that was beatable, typical, and kind of traditional. When it was my turn, I had a different idea. So I decided that I would try and overwhelm poor little Mario with a myriad arena of crazy foes, kicking things off with some Hammer Bros, adding the wing caps for good measure. In terms of controls, this game works really well. You're using the stylus on the Wii U gamepad to place your creatures and items amongst a grid-based system, and you'll notice in the top left corner of your screen there is a little lamp post light switch type thing that allows you to switch graphical styles. So we can go from this new Super Mario Bros. U 3D 1080p style right on back to old-fashioned Super Mario Bros. NES style. Now, the game designers have indicated that they want to include even more generations of Mario within the final release, so maybe we'll get Super Mario World, Mario 64, who knows, but it's pretty cool to see, like, 30 years of Mario gameplay flip-flop before your eyes. I wish you'd be able to change individual items in terms of their graphical style, so we could have, like, 3D Para Hammer Bros right next to 2D Goombas, but alas, you can't do it yet. We're using an eraser here to remove some stuff. You can slide around the screens of the stage very fluidly. And at this point, I know I don't have a ton of time. My original plan was to place enemies in literally every square and see how the game would handle that. But at this point, I'm like, hey, how can we make things crazy for Mr. Mario? Well, how about stackable piranha plants? I don't know if they're going to eat themselves. We're going to get some strange human centipede glitch or what, but it's worth a try. And then part number 3 of my master plan, we've got just a stacking of Hammer Bros. I don't know if they can even support their own weight or what is going to happen, but dragging them around felt really awesome. And then seeing in action was just hilarious, because Mario's like, oh dear god, hammers from everywhere, these guys are stacked on top of each other, and it just looks abso-freaking-lutely ridiculous. But here, death is not of much consequence. You just return to the start of the stage, placing Mario actually wherever you want. You can put him straight in the middle of chaos if you want to make things real painful. But I hope that the final release, they haven't decided if it's retail or eShop, but I hope the final release will have a cool online component, so we're able to share our stages, and maybe even have curators who decide if this is the best stage, or maybe they have a grouping of difficult stages, or a grouping of crazy stages, and it would be fun to see if they decide to include even more items that maybe you wouldn't typically find in a Mario game. More styles, more items. It could get pretty chaotic, and I like that it's encouraging different techniques and styles than typical Mario platformer action. You saw a little Super Meat Boy style trail of Mario there, and the technique that I'm employing for this stage that I made is the invincibility technique, where you purposely get hit in order to then utilize your invincibility to swim through just a sea of Hammer Bros here. These guys are not going to stop, so I just got to go straight through them. Oh, so freaking close. And I gotta say, even though this stage is complete bonkers, it was fun to try and complete, and I think that's where the appeal is going to lie. I'm not sure if this is a game that's fun for a weekend or fun for a year, but there definitely is a little bit of charm to just making Mario mad. You know what I mean? Like creating something that's totally oddball and that you would not find in such a precisely designed Nintendo game. But here, hey, you can employ your invisibility technique, swim through the sea of Hammer Bros, and wrap things up. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. I hope you did. Until next time, drink some hot chocolate, and we will see you all later.